Kayleen McCaw here, the old white lady, life cycle celebrant in Sarasota, Florida, resident of the New World. I came to the New World on purpose. And the way I got here was by deciding to tell myself a different story. See, stories are a kind of sacred technology. The truth is, that's what our world is made out of. We are made in the image of the story that we tell about ourselves. And if we don't decide to tell a story on purpose that is about a world we want to live in, then we find ourselves inside of a story about scary bad guys who we can't defend ourselves from. So we just better hope that all this talk about a savior is true, because we have no power here. What we're learning now is that we can consciously, actively tell a different story. That's what happens when you take responsibility for being a full-on, grown-up human being who's in charge here. We are surrounded by examples of what happens when we believe we don't have power. See, that belief belongs in the old world with all the bad guys. Here in the new world, we are grown-ups and we like it. Just stop. Take some time for yourself. Take the time you need for yourself to let a vision form inside of your private world of what it would feel like to live in a world that worked. See, the way I interpret what's happening with this whole shift to the new world is that the human race is growing up. And we're coming to a new understanding of what that means. We're letting go of our idea that growing up means giving up, that being grown up means being used up. Those are all ideas we got because we kept trying to tell a story about overcoming bad guys. We figured out that that story doesn't serve us because it makes us a world full of bad guys. We don't have to pay a price for that. We're not going to be punished for that. We have the opportunity to say, oh, I get it, and instead tell a story about how beautiful it is when we all realize that we are in this together, that we can trust each other, that the world is stacked in our favor ultimately, that we are waking from a bad dream, remembering that we have the power to guide the next dream. What do you want to dream about? I want to dream about a world where beauty just keeps magnifying in a way that constantly blows my mind. I want to wake up in a world where life is in love with me, and the powers that are so much bigger than me are having a contest to see how much joy they can stuff inside my story. Why don't we try that for a while? So your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to write a story about the coolest possible world that you would make if you were in charge. 'Cause you are. Tell me about it. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you're thinking of. 'Cause us together, that's magic. Till we meet again.